All right. Right. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua B'Gathah to the brothers. It's like Shalom Yahweh Shemar. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahushua B'Gatham to the brothers. And Shalom Yahweh Shemar Alathun by Shem Yahushua to the sisters. We are the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. It started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group nor any other Christian organization. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to have to, what we're going to do, so Salaki to the Akwafi and Salaki to the Akim and the Akim. What we're going to do here, I'm going to have to restart it. All right. I'm going to have to restart it and then I'm going to restream the page. I'm gonna have to fix something. It'll be back up in a couple minutes. You'll see the live. All right, give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna have everything back up running again. All right. Okay. Are we to Wad? Let's see. Everybody hear me? Let's see. All right, put one in the live chat if you can hear me. And also, if you did check in, make sure you okay, Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. All right, everybody can, okay, all right, just making sure, Most High in Christ. All right, does anybody remember? All right, so today's lesson is going to be about verbs. We're going to go over verbs one more time, but we're going to add more verbs to the chart. Does anybody remember a verb from last class? Does anybody remember a verb from last class? Spit out a verb from last class. I got one right now. Ahab. What does ahab is? All right, ahab. Everybody knows what ahab means, right? That's one verb. Somebody give me another verb. Make sure it's in the Hebrew. From last week's class. From last week's class. And then today, we're going to go over another, I want to say we went over what, 7 or 8 verbs. I want to say we went over 8 verbs last class. think we went over 8 verbs last class. Okay, love, right. Ahab is love. Right. Right. The Bala got it. Alright. Akwash the Bala got it. Yeah, it means love. Ahab means love. Alright. Anybody else want to give me another verb out there from last week's class? But Ahab is love. That's correct. Yeah, we went over 8 verbs last week's class. Alright. Ahab is love. What about akal? What does akal mean? Anybody know what akal means? This is from last week's class. Anybody know what akal means? Akal. What does it mean to akal? What does it mean to akal? Who knows? What does akal mean? Akal, right? Akal. What does akal mean? Anya akal. Anya akal shah. I'm akal lamb. So what would akal mean? Anybody online? What would akal mean? Hey, listen. Next week is the Lord's Passover. And we're going to do a lot of akal. Alright? We're going to do a lot of akal next week. Alright? Right, eat. Right, akal is to eat. We're going to do a lot of akal next week. Alright? April 24th in Houston, Texas. The Lord's Passover, man. It's right around the corner, baby. It's right around the corner. We're going to do a lot of akal. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to eat some unleavened bread. We're going to do some spades. Roll some dice. You understand? Casting lots. Some dominoes. Listen, man, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun, man. The Lord's Passover, man. April 24th in Houston, Texas, man. All right? Houston, Texas. We're going to have a ball, man. At the BH Ranch. This is my first time in Houston. I can't wait. I can't wait. I heard it's beautiful over there. I heard it's real nice. I never been to Texas before. I never been to Houston. I never been to Texas. So, I never been to Houston before. And I heard it's nice in Texas. So I wanna see the nice hot weather and how some people from Texas are so. Texas is like its own country. You don't want to mess with any Texans, man. They like their own little country over there, man. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I heard it's real good in over there in Texas. It's real tawab over there in Texas, alright? It's real tawab. But next week, we're going to do a whole lot of call. I'm going to get everything set up. Alright? I got another one for y'all. Alright? Alright? What is Amar? That's another one. Amar. What is Amar? What is Amar? Anybody know? What does Amar mean? What does Amar mean? What does Amar mean? Anybody? Yeah, I heard that too. The weather's going to be real. It's going to be 70, low 80s. Listen, that's hot. That's hell weather to me. 70, 80 degrees, and I gotta wear a garment too. Ooh, we gonna have ourselves a good time. Oh yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a good time. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be real nice, beautiful weather too. You're absolutely right. We're gonna love it, man. Alright, everybody can still see. Alright. Everybody can see the board? Yeah, I think so. Let me know. Everybody can see the board, right? Alright. Anybody tell me what's Amar? What does Amar mean? Anybody remember? What does Amar mean? Anybody online, tell me what Amar means. Let's see it. Let's see who can remember what I said last week about remembering these 8 verbs by next week. Let's see how many remember. Amar. Okay. Come on. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Okay. All right. Okay, to sleep. Okay, Amar isn't to sleep. All right, not Amar. Amar isn't to sleep. All right. Yashan is to sleep. All right. Yashan is to sleep. All right. Yashan is to sleep. That's okay. Do or make is Aisha. That's Aisha, to do or to make. So Aisha, do or make is Aisha. Amar is to say. Amar is to say something. So Amar is to say something, like to say. All right. So, but Aisha, I'm gonna write that down so you guys know. Aisha, I'm gonna put it into the chat. Is to do or make. All right. Aisha. All right. Aisha. Right. I put it into the chat. So Aisha is either to do or to make. All right. What about? Does anybody know what Bakhar is? Bakhar. From last week. Bakhar. 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 What about Bakhar? From last week, Bakhar. Anybody want to take a shot at it? Bakar. Also, if I'm getting these words, any brother or sister out there, I'm getting these words from the 100 most common verbs. All right. If you guys do not have this list, all right, I will send you this list. Put your email into the live chat, and I will send you these list of words and different documents to study for the Lashawan Qadash. All right. I'm gonna give you guys this list so you guys can come follow along with what I say, and you guys can put this into your notes, into your repertoire, whatever it may be. I have it for you. All right. But you can find this information, all right, within your 100 most common verbs. All right. Okay, choose, right, to choose. All right, all right. Make sure you put your all right. Let's try another one. What about ayab? Anybody know what ayab means? Anybody know what ayab means? All right. Make sure you put your okay, Kappa, make sure you put your email, all right? Make sure you put your email into the live chat and I'll give it to you. All right? The bala, I just sent it to you, sis. I just sent it to you, so you should have it as well. All right? You should have it as well. All right? Hostile, right? Ayab is hostile. Okay. What about abad? Anybody online? What does abad mean? Abad. Okay, okay. What does abad mean? Most High in Christ, you got it. Okay, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ, Akbar. All right, perish, right. Abad means to perish. What about bawa'ah? All right, Agua Khapa, you should have got it now too. All right, you should be able to see that email now too as well. All right. What about bawa'ah? What does bawa'ah mean? What about bawa'ah? What does bawa'ah mean? Go to the store. No, not okay. Abad isn't go to the store. That's a sentence. All right. Abad. Okay. Abad is a verb. So go to the store is a sentence. All right. So William, you're correct. It's bawa'a. All right. Bawa'a. Right. Bawa'a is to come. Right. That's correct. All right, that's not so sweat, but bawa'a is to come. All right. What about? I believe we got like one more. We got one more, which is asap. What does asap mean? Asap. Asap. What would asap mean? Right. Asap is to gather. So abad is to perish. Ahab is to love. Ayab is hostile or to be hostile. Akal is to eat. Amar is to say. Asap is to gather. And bawa'a is to come. And Bakhar is choose or to choose. Right? These are all verbs that we went over last week. All right. All right. So we're going to get some more verbs on the board. All right. All right, let's get it. All right, get some of this stuff on a little more. So we're going to get 4 more verbs on the board. All right, so next week we won't have a Lashawan Qadash class, but the week after we will. The verbs that we have on the board now, or the verbs that we had last week, and the verbs we had this week, we want to remember them and study them. Because we're going to start getting into building more sentences. All right, we're going to get more into the concept of the future tense, the present tense, and the past tense. Like if there's any brother and sister out there now, any ak or any akwaf, do you guys know about how to conjugate verbs into the present and past and future tense? Do you guys already know that? Some of y'all might have an understanding already. If so, that's perfect. I think I can make that bigger for y'all. Anybody? Let's see. La'a. Okay, la'a. Anybody else? Does anybody else know about the how to conjugate verbs into the future, present, or future tense? Has anybody ever touched on that in another class? Anybody? Anybody? La'a? Okay, okay. Now, if you go into your notes, I'm going to go over it, of course, right? I'm going to go over it. But if you go into the documents that I sent you, there should be some documents that say future, well, present, future, and past tense. All right? If you know any verbs, you can take that information and practice it just a little bit. But of course, not next week, but the week after Passover, that's when the Hebrew class will be back up. I'm going to start getting into how to conjugate verbs, all right? I'm going to get into the concept of how to conjugate verbs. And I'm also going to set the computers up, right? And I don't know if you guys notice in some of my classes, I have like 18,000 computers on my desk, all right? Or it's not my desk, but Slacky on the table, all right? And so with that being said, all right, I'm going to use these laptops so I can connect to streaming software and show you guys like scriptures in the Hebrew and read them to you instead of writing them on the board too as well. All right, but we'll get into all of that. All right, we're gonna get into all of that. All right. Quash. Search. Search out. That's the quash. All right. Then you got Galah, which is to uncover. All right. Can everybody see the board? Can everybody see the board? Khan or La? Everybody can see the board, right? Khan, Most High in Christ. All right. Khan, okay, Most High in Christ. All right. So the first word we have is bayan, right? Bayan. All right. Now, there is more than one way to say to understand. All right. There's more than one way to understand. All right. I mean, there's more than one way to say understand. Does anybody know the other way how to say it? I'm asking this question on purpose because someone should know in this class how to say to understand besides bayan. Anybody want to give it a shot? Lock is to get, to understand. So lock is to get, like as in to get something, meaning like take something, like to pick something up or to grab something. That's what it means to lock. All right, lock in that preference. Okay, lock is okay. Hold on, I want to break it down to you properly. Okay. But lock in that case would be to get something. And I believe I want to say it's with a Q, but lock can also be with a K. All right. But that was very close though. As in that was a good idea though. Right? Like that was actually very, very smart. But that's not quite it though. I know to get something is to almost, and when we say it in English, I can see what you mean though. I know where you got it. Trust me. Anybody? Anybody else want to give it a shot? Let's see, maybe I'll give you guys a hint. Ayan, what's another way to say to understand besides bayan? Maybe you'll know. Want to give it a shot, Ayan? How would you say to understand besides bayan? Besides bayan. Want to give it a shot? If you're there, Ayan, give it a shot. All right. So bayan means to understand, right? So this is your ba, right? This is your ba. This is your ba. This is your ya. And this is your na. Put it together is bayan, right? This is your ba in the paleo. This is your ya. This is your ya in the paleo. This is your na in the paleo. Put it together, bayan, bayan, right? Okay. What a khan. How would you say to understand in another way? I'm asking Ayan purposely, right? I'm asking Trooper Ayan purposely on where if there's another way to say I understand or to understand besides bayan. Alright. Alright. So bayan meaning to understand, like you're comprehending something, right? So if you say I bayan, you're saying so to someone I understand, right? Alright, so bayan. Alright, bayan. Now let me I'm gonna get the information for one of the brothers. Okay. Alright, anybody? Alright. I'm waiting for you, Ayan, to see if you know. If not, I'll give you a few more moments and then I'm going to have to give you guys an answer. Alright. So bayan is to understand. Now next we got is bana. Right? Bana. This is bana. This is your ba in the Assyrian. This is your na in the Assyrian. This is your ha in the Assyrian. Put it together. It's bana, right? Bana, bana. Then you have this right here. This is your ba in the paleo. This is your na in the paleo. This is your ha in the paleo. Put it together, bana, bana. So bana is to build. So if you want to build something or build something up, you would use the word bana. If you say I am building a store, you would say I'm bana a store. All right. As an example, if you say I'm building a toy, you would say bana a toy, right? Bana is to build, all right? Bana is to build. Now, William, you said lock is to get, right? Lock is to get, all right? Do you know what lock? Lock is a, okay, I don't have the answer, sir. Okay, all right. All right, you don't got the answer? No sweat. All right. So, another way to say understand, right? I'm going to put it into the chat as well. It's shakal. Shakal is another way to say understand or comprehend, all right? Or to be prudent, right? To be intelligent, right? Shakal, all right? Is another way to say understand. Shakal. Alright. Shakal is another way to say I understand. Shakal. Alright. Shakal. Shakal is another way to say to understand or to be comprehensive. Shakal. But bayan is the most common way to say understand. Now, do you guys get why it's called the 100 most common verbs? Because there's of course there's so many other ways to say this word, right? There's so many ways to say these words, but this is the common way to say it because it's mostly used. I don't know how y'all. It's all right, brother. It's all right, but you know now. Shakal is another way to say understand. Shakal means to understand or be comprehensive. Alright? Shakal. So bayan is to understand, bana is to build. Right? Bana is to build. Now you have is bakwash, right? So this is your ba in the Assyrian. This is your kwa. This is your kwa in the Assyrian, and this is your sha in the Assyrian. Put it together, bakwash, bakwash, bakwash. This is your ba in the paleo. This is your kwa in the paleo, and this is your sha in the paleo. Put it together, bakwash, bakwash, meaning to search out. Bakwash, bakwash, meaning to search out. So if someone is searching for you, right? If someone is searching for you, right? That means you are looking, right? That means you're searching out. You would say bakwash. Anya or I'm bakwash, meaning I'm searching out, right? Meaning I'm searching out. Bakwash, all right? Bakwash, meaning to search out. Bakwash, meaning to search out. Alright. Bakwash, meaning to search out. Alright. Bakwash. Bakwash. Alright. Let's see. Let me get with Officer Malak real quick. Next we have is Gala. Alright. Gala. Alright, so Gala, right? Gala. So this is your Ga in the Assyrian. This is your La in the Assyrian. This is your Ha in the Assyrian. Put it together. Gala. 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 Alright, Gala. This is your Ga in the Paleo. This is your La in the Paleo. This is your Ha in the Paleo. Put it together. It's Gala. Gala meaning to uncover. When we say to uncover, right, meaning to take something off, it could be either like if you're telling someone to uncover, meaning to take something off, right, to uncover yourself, right, that would be Gala. Gala means to uncover, meaning to be uncovered, to uncover something, right, Gala. Right? Gala is to uncover something. Gala. Alright? Gala. Now, so bayan is to understand. Bana is to build. Bakwash is to search out. Gala is to uncover. So bana is to understand. Bayan is to understand. Bana is to build. Bakwash is to search out. and Gala is to uncover. So Bayan is to understand, Bana is to build, all right. Bakwash is to search out, Gala is to uncover. Right, just like Abad is to perish, right? Ahab is to love, Ayab, right? Ayab is to be hostile, right? Akal is to eat, right? Amar is to say, Bawa'ah is to come, Asap is to gather, Bakhar is to choose. Alright, just like that. We want to try to remember these. Alright. So Bayan is to understand, Bana is to build, Bakwash is to search out, and Gala is to uncover. Alright. Make sure you guys put this into your notes. Let me know when you guys have this in your notes. Alright. Let me know. So then we can move on. Alright. We'll get the next 4 on the board. Okay, more sign Christ. Okay, anybody else? I'm gonna give y'all a few more moments. Let me know when y'all got it, alright? And we're gonna move on. Alright. Alright. Salaki. Alright. So let's get it, alright? Alright, we're going to get onto the board next, alright? We're going to put 4 more words on the board. 4 more verbs, Salaki. right? We got 4 more. These are going to be the last 4, all right? And then we may try some like basic sentences towards the end, all right? All right. All right. So you guys can understand it more. All right, everybody can see the board, huh? All right. All right, everybody can still see, right? Kanola. Okay, Most High in Christ. All right. All right, so the first word we have on the board, right, is the bar, right? The bar. You guys may have heard this word before. We definitely may have seen this word plenty of times before, right? But the bar, all right, the bar, all right, the bar. Right? The bar is to speak. Alright, the bar is to speak. So this is your da. This is what your da looks like in the Assyrian. This is what your ba looks like in the Assyrian. This is what your ra looks like in the Assyrian. Put it together. The bar. The bar. The bar. Alright. This is your da in the Paleo. This is your ba in the Paleo. And this is your ra in the Paleo. Put together, it's the bar, meaning to speak. So when you speak, right, it's almost like you're talking. So amar is to say something, and the bar is to, like, if someone is speaking, like he spoke, right? So you don't want to get those two words mixed up. In some cases, you are able to use one or the other. Like sometimes Amar can replace the bar, and sometimes the bar can replace Amar, because they pretty much mean the same thing. They're pretty much similes, right? They're pretty much synonyms. I should say, not similes, but they're synonyms, right? They pretty much mean the same thing. They have the same meaning, right? So the bar and Amar are like almost one of the same. But if you wanted to say he said, you would have to use Amar, right? So when using these verbs in the past tense, you're gonna have to use the verb. So if I say I spoke, I would have to use the word the bar. If I said he said or they said, I would have to use the word Amar. But sometimes they are interchangeable. The context of the sentence could still mean the same thing. Alright, but the bar means to speak, Amar means to say. Right? They're almost the same, but they're not. To say something is to say, or to speak is. You guys get what I'm saying, correct? How they're almost one and the same, but they're not really the same. They are synonyms, but depending on case-by-case scenarios, how you use them, alright? So the bar is to speak. The bar. Next you have is darash. Darash. Darash is to seek. Right? Darash is to seek. Anybody know what seek means? Anybody know what means to seek? Anybody want to give it a shot? To seek. Okay, to find. Okay, all right. That's another way to put it, because you're trying to look for something, to look for. All right, look or search. Okay. All right, yeah, all right. So, darash, right? Darash meaning to seek, right? So, all right. So you have darash and then you have bakwash. These two words sometimes could be interchangeable too. Right? Bakwash, it means to search, right? To search out somewhere, right? To seek for something, meaning you're looking for something, right? They could also be one and the same. So bakwash and darash could almost mean the same thing. But here's the slight difference. This is what I want you to understand. Darash means to seek, meaning to look for something, right? To look for, right? To search out, right? Like bakwash. Okay, so darash means to seek, meaning you're looking for something, right? To seek, right? And then bakwash, the word that we just went over, also means to search out, right? Meaning to also look for something. Put it this way. Bakwash, when it says search out, you are searching out for something or someone, right? Bakwash, which means to search out. That's more so looking for someone or something, right? Darash is more so you're looking for information. Does that make sense to everyone online? That's the difference between the two words. All right. Does that understand? Did I shine some light on that? Did I shine some light on that? Did I halal? Did I make everybody bayan? All right. Khan or la'a? Khan or la'a? Anybody? Khan or la'a? I'll explain it one more time just in case. So you have two words that we went over so far. One is on the board, one is not. It's from the previous, all right? Bakwash means to search out, right? Darash meaning to seek. You would think that they're pretty much saying the same thing, right? Which they are. They could be similes, not similes, I keep saying similes. That's more so for like a sentence or something. They could be synonyms, meaning they're one of the same. Meaning sometimes in some cases they can be interchangeable. But you don't want to really make them interchangeable all the time because you don't want to cause confusion, right? So here's the difference between the two words, right? So when you want to use the word bakwash, meaning to search out, meaning you're looking from someone or something, right? If you want to use the word darash, you're more so looking for information, right? That's what you would use darash for. Is that verb is more so for information. You're looking for information. You wouldn't use darash. Be like I'm darash. Let's say William. I'm darash William, meaning I'm seeking William. You wouldn't really use that there, even though you could, but it could cause confusion, right? Think about it. It would be weird. It would be weird. Like, think about it in English, right? Let's say I go up to somebody and be like, I'm seeking William. You would look at me like I'm crazy. You're like, why did he say seek? Why didn't he say I'm searching for William or I'm looking for William? Why did he say I'm seeking? Right? Like, that would be kind of weird, right? You know what I'm saying? You would use like, but now if I said I'm seeking information, then you would be like, okay, that makes sense. What type of information are you looking for? Or what type of information are you seeking? It all really depends on, that's why I said it can be interchangeable, it can't be, but you don't, to eliminate confusion, the majority of the time, darash is used for like information, right? Information. And bakwash is used to search for someone or search for something or like an object or treasure or a house or so far and so forth. Now there is a way to say look, but we won't get there yet. All right? We won't get there yet. Okay, I see William, you said you understood. Okay, Khan, Most High in Christ. All right. Next we have is halak. Now, William, how do you say get again? How do you say to get? You gave it to me last time, William. How do you say to get? In the Hebrew. To get something. To get. Alright, how would you say to get? Right, lock. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to ask one more question. For anyone can answer. William, you can answer too, of course. How would you say to go? How would you say to go in Hebrew? I went over this before. If anybody may or may not know, just let me know. But how would you say to go? To go somewhere. Like to go to the store. You guys remember that verb? How would you say to go? Anybody remember? To go. If not, I'll give it to you guys. But I'm going to give you guys a chance to go. To go. I'll give you guys a few more moments and I'll give you guys the answer. But I'm asking purposely so I can break something down to you guys before I break down the word walk. Alright, I want you guys to understand something. Not la halak. Not la halak. Alright. Not necessarily the what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for what's on the board. I'm looking for another word I gave you guys. If I haven't gave it to you, I may have not, and I may have gave you guys halak. All right, but there's another word I'm looking for, which is very close to what you're saying. Want to give it one more shot? Anybody? Anybody else want to give it a shot? How would you say to go in the Hebrew? To go. All right? To go. All right, I'm going to give it to you guys for time's sake. So another way to say to go is yalak with a ya in the front of it. Yalak. Do you guys remember that at all? Yalak. Do you guys remember that? Do you guys have any record of that? Yalak. Yadai is to know, right? Yadai is to know, but you're close, William. Yalak. Yalak is to go. But when you say yadai is to know something. To know. So yadai is to know. Yalak is to go. Yalak is to go. Alright, yalak is to go. Your lock is to go. So now the reason why I said that, right? So I asked William purposely, how did you say to get, right? To get something, right? So lock, L-A-K, lock is to meaning to get something. All right. When you look into the scriptures, right? This is all I'm teaching everybody this, but also William, so you also know, right, where lock comes from. So lock is to get. In the scriptures, right? Lock, right? Grammatically, sometimes the way it's written, right, is that your right, your lock, right? Correct, William. Your lock is to go. Lock is short for your lock. So you would drop the ya and just write lock to say get. All right? Because to get something is to go get something. So your lock is to go. Your lock is to go. Lock is to go get. Right? So to get is to, it's still the verb your lock, but you drop the ya. Right? So get is still your lock, but you drop the ya. So it's implied, meaning to get something, to go get something, like to get, like get this. You would say lak za or zalak or zalak or lak za, same thing, meaning get this, go get this. Yalak. Instead of saying yalak za, you would say lak za. If I, instead of saying yalak, you can say lak, meaning to go get. Right? So lock is to get, right? But it's just short. It's just dropping the ya in the yalak. Does that make sense? Now also, to walk is ha lock. This is your ha in the Syrian. This is your la in the Syrian. And this is your ka in the Syrian. Put together, it's halak. Halak. This is your ha in the Paleo. This is your la in the Paleo. This is your ka in the Paleo. Put together, halak, right? Halak. Now halak and yalak. Halak and yalak are synonyms. They're one and the same. Now these words are interchangeable. Are interchangeable, right? But not to cause confusion, halak is mostly used to say to walk. Yalak is mostly used to say I'm going somewhere. But they both mean to go or to walk. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand that? They both mean to walk or to go. But halak is mostly used for walk. And yalak is mostly used to go. Everybody understand? Khan or la? Okay, Khan, Most High Christ. Anybody else understand? Khan or la? Anybody else understands? Khan or la? Anybody else bayan? Anybody else bayan? Anybody else understand? Bayan. Anybody else bayan? Okay. All right. All right. I'm moving on. All right. So Khan. Okay. Most High Christ. Now we have on the board next. The next word is halal. Right. Halal. So you have your ha. Right. You have your ha in the Assyrian. Your la in the Assyrian. Then another la in the Assyrian. Put it together. Halal. Now you have your ha in the Assyrian, your la in the Assyrian. It's like your ha in the Paleo, your la in the Paleo, and then your la in the Paleo. Put it together. Halal. All right. Halal, meaning to shine. What does it mean to shine? Anybody online? What does it mean to shine? What does it mean to shine? What does it mean to shine? Anybody want to take a crack at it? Give me different meanings to shine. What are different ways you can use the word shine? Okay, gleam or polish. Okay. All right. Okay, I see. Anybody else want to give it a shot? What's another way to say, how could shine be used? Another way, the meaning of shine. How else can you use the word shine? So gleam and polish. Okay, I can see that. Okay, knowledge. Okay. All right. I can see that. I can see that. Anybody else? Okay, to stand out, right? Okay. All right. Okay, so halal, right? So halal, all right, is Hebrew, meaning to shine, right? So now, okay, put it this way. If I asked you guys, okay, if I said this, let's say if I said, I'm going to shine some light on the situation, what would that mean? To shine some light on the situation, what would that mean to you guys? I'm going to shine some light on the situation. What would that mean to you guys? Anybody online? Give it a shot. To shine. If I wanted to halal some light on the situation, halal, I want to shine some light on this. What would that mean? What am I saying? Right, okay. And by giving that information, what am I doing? I'm making it what? Okay, clarify. Okay, clarify. Okay. So okay, you guys are correct. So these are the words so to shine, right? Shine can also mean, you can use halal meaning shine, like shining bright, to make something bright, right? To shine, right? If something is shining, meaning it's bright, like it's really bright, right? You can also use halal in a reference of making something clear, right? You know, that's why I asked, what would it mean to shine the light on this situation? And the sister answered, give some information, meaning to clarify or to make clear. So halal can be used to make clear, to shine, right? Meaning it's bright, right? You can also use halal to praise, for the word praise, right? Because you're making something like spiritually, it's something shining, meaning it's something that everybody can see. If I'm shining upstairs, or I'm shining on the dance floor, or I'm shining on stage, that's spiritual to say that I'm being seen, right? I'm being seen, right? So you can use it in that aspect, to praise. Halal, meaning also to praise, to shine, to make something clear. This is the meaning behind the word halal, meaning to shine. Right. The Most High shine His light on you. Right. He's shining His light on you. Right. That would mean like He's giving you something to be clear on. Right. He's giving you clarity. Right. He's clarifying. Right. He's shining His light. His light would be what? His laws, His statutes, and His commandments. All right. Halal, meaning to shine. Halal, meaning to shine. All right. So you have dabar, meaning to speak. Darash, meaning to seek. All right. Halak, meaning to walk, and halal, meaning to shine. So dabar, meaning to speak. Darash, meaning to seek. Halak, meaning to walk, and halal, meaning to shine. All right. Give you guys some time to get that. All right. I'm gonna give you guys some time to write everything down. All right. Do you guys have any questions so far? Okay, la'a. Okay. All right. I want to go over a sentence before class comes to an end. All right. I want to go over a sentence. I want to see if I have the time. Okay, anybody online, pick a verb that we just used. And I'm going to use it in a sentence. And I'm going to give you guys an example of what we're going to be touching bases on for next week. I mean the week after next. You guys are going to get I guess you could say, a little surprise or a little a sneak peek. Give me a verb that we learned last week or this week, or last week or today. All right, and I'm gonna make a sentence up and show you an example of how these sentences will be that we're going to learn. Anybody online? Give me an example. Give me not an example. Okay, bakar. Okay, bakar. Okay, to choose. Okay, bakar meaning to choose. Okay, all right. Bakar. Okay. Let me think of a sentence. Let's see. Okay, bakar meaning to choose. I want to use, okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Alright, I'm going to write it in the English so you guys can see it. Alright, over the map. Alright. So, here's an example, right? Here's an example on the board of what we're going to touch bases on next week. Now, everybody can see the board, right? Can anybody tell me what this is saying? You can take a crack at it. Give it a shot. What is this saying? Translate. Can anybody translate? Okay, Most High in Christ. Does anybody want to give it a shot real quick on how to translate this? Anybody want to give it a shot to translate? Anybody want to give it a shot? Translate. Anybody want to give it a shot? You guys a few more moments. If not, I'll break it down to you guys. It says B'char Taya Anya. So B'char Taya Anya. That's what it says on the board. B'char Taya Anya. Right? B'char Taya Anya. B'char Taya Anya. Right? B'char Taya Anya. I'm going to slow it down. B'char Taya Anya. B'char Taya Anya. B'char Taya Anya. Right? B'char Taya Anya. B'char Taya Anya. B'char Taya Anya. Alright, Anya. B'char Taya Anya. B'char Taya Anya. B'char Taya Anya. Alright. B'char. Right, so you have your B'char Taya Anya. B'char Taya Anya. I even wrote it down here. In the full English, B'char Taya. B'char Taya Anya. B'char Taya Anya. Alright. Let me halal for y'all real quick. Alright, I'm gonna halal real quick. Alright, I'm gonna shine it for y'all. I'm gonna shine some light. I'm gonna halal, right? This means, okay, so B'char, right? B'char means what? Anybody online? B'char means what? What does B'char mean? B'char means what? What does B'char mean? Real quick, B'char, right? What does B'char mean, right? Bakar means what? Bakar means to choose, right? So choose, right? Bakar means choose, meaning to choose, right? Now, this daya. So bakar means to choose, right, William? Bakar means to choose. This daya, see this daya, right? This daya means something. This daya, right, means past tense for I am. So taya is what you would put at the end of the verb. In this case, it goes at the end of the verb to signify that this is past tense for I am. Alright? So I am in the Hebrew is anya. So if you said anya b'char taya, it means I chose. So altogether, this means chose. This means I chose. Right? Because to chose is the past tense, right? For choose. So this would mean I chose. Bachar taya. Bachar taya. Meaning I chose. Let me write that a little neater, alright? I chose. Alright? Now anya. Anya. I'm is a word. Anybody know what I'm in the Hebrew means? I'm is an actual noun. Right? I'm is an actual noun. Right? I'm is an actual noun. What does that, does anybody know what it means? Does anybody know what I'm means? Anybody know? I'm. Anybody want to give it a shot? I'm. Does anybody know what I'm would be? For time's sake, I'll give it to you guys. I'm is the noun verb. Not noun verb. I'm is the noun for people. So I'm means people in the Hebrew. So I'm. If you ever see the letter I and the letter M, or I and the letter Ma next to each other, which makes I'm, meaning people, right? Meaning people. So what does ya mean? What does ya in the back of I'm mean? What does that ya mean? Right? Think of possessive pronouns and possessive noun, possessive pronouns. Think about that. Think of subject pronouns, possessive pronouns. Think of that. What does ya mean in the back of I'm? At the end of I'm, what does ya mean? Anybody online want to give it a shot? The ya at the end of I'm, what would that mean? Not him. Not him. Close. That him is what you would put at the end of a verb, though. That would be more so a verb. Alright? That would be more so a verb. Alright? This is a possessive pronoun being used. Alright? Not a subject pronoun. Not a subject pronoun. But a possessive pronoun. Oh, sorry, not subject pronoun, but an object pronoun. Sorry, an object pronoun. Salakia. An object pronoun would be him, not subject. Not me. Not me. That's another object pronoun. That's what would go behind a verb. This is a noun. An object pronoun is what goes at the end of a verb in Hebrew. I need you to give me a possessive pronoun or a possessive adjective, right? Because this is a noun. I'm means people, right? I'm means people. So yeah, you're very close with me. Try one more time, William. Try one more time. If it's not me, then what would it be? There you go. Correct. I chose my people. Correct. This is what we're going to be going over after the Passover's class, all right? We're going to touch bases into that. So, I chose my people. All right? In the ISUBK, we choose our people. Right? We choose our people. I chose my people over any other race of people on this earth, or any other nation of people on this earth. Right? I chose my people. Right? I'll say that to the entire world. Right? I chose my people. Alright? So Bachar Thaya Anya. Bachar Thaya Anya. Alright? Alright? Bachar Thaya Anya. Alright? Meaning I chose my people. Alright, with that, we're going to get the announcements. Alright. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, start at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding Juliana. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes was a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashra means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Passover in Houston, Texas, April 24th. Houston, Texas. That's next week on Saturday. Alright? At the BH Ranch. Do not miss out. Make it to the Lord's Passover, man. $200 per person over the age of 17. Get it in. We're going to be good to go. We're going to have a good time, a beautiful time with that lamb and our unleavened bread. The next upcoming Holy Convocation after that is unleavened bread. Make sure before you leave to the Passover, take all or anything in your house that has yeast in it and put it into a crate, a car, whatever it may be, or a crate or a bag, and put it into your vehicle. You just cannot have any yeast or any type of bread, any yeast containing products within your dwelling place, within your house. Alright? With that, I say Amadi, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give a curse salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat, Amadi, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua B'Kathah, Yana Matah, Sar, like Akwakian, means turn and face the sisters. Turn to the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give a curse salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat, Amadi, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'ashim Yahushua, Yana Matah. With that, class dismissed.